Good morning, afternoon, or evening. Welcome back to the Liz Watches Things podcast. Thank you for all the love you've shown this podcast so far, and thank you for checking out my first podcast on the hit 2017 musical Bandstand. If you haven't listened to it yet, you can find that one on my Instagram page or on my YouTube channel. I hope all of you are staying safe and well during this difficult time. Today's podcast will be focused on the incredible Off-Broadway production of A Letter to Harvey Milk, the musical. So, if you're like me and you're not American, or if you just aren't that familiar with politics, also like me, you may not be familiar with Harvey Milk. Harvey Milk was the first openly gay elected official in the state of California. Milk, a human rights leader, won a seat on the San Francisco Board of Supervisors in 1977. Milk was tragically shot and killed by Dan White, a fellow politician, on November 27, 1978. But this musical isn't really about Harvey Milk himself, instead how he impacted the lives of many, including our protagonists, Harry and Barbara. Harry, a lonely, retired butcher, once spent time with Harvey Milk and got to know and respect him. Harry is played brilliantly by Adam Heller, one of my favorite actors. Adam has the rare ability to be so hilarious 1 second to heartbreaking the next. Watching Adam perform is truly a masterclass. Harry takes a writing course with a young teacher named Barbara, who is played by the amazing Julia Nightel. Barbara pushes Harry to start writing about his feelings and experiences, which causes Harry to revisit painful memories. Barbara gives Harry an assignment where he must write to someone who is deceased. So, Harry writes to Harvey Milk, who had been assassinated 8 years before the events in the musical. This letter hits close to home for Barbara, who came out to her parents after being inspired by the death of Harvey Milk. The two characters bond over both their love for writing and of Harvey Milk. Cheryl Stern also stars as Harry's deceased wife, Franny, who provides commentary throughout the show, often for comedic effect. A Letter to Harvey Milk, the musical, was composed by Laura I. Kramer, with lyrics by Ellen M. Schwartz and a book by Jerry James. Although the musical may sound like a drama at first glance, and it certainly does have dramatic moments, it does have plenty of funny lines, and I found myself laughing throughout the show. A Letter to Harvey Milk is one of those rare shows where you can have a really, really good time and be so immersed in the moment that you don't want to take your eyes off the stage, or in my case, the screen, for even a second. And to make such an educational and historical musical so entertaining is not easy. It's not, so great job there. I was also pleasantly surprised with how charming and wise the music and lyrics were. Reminded me a little bit of Sondheim, but with a modern twist almost. I was lucky enough to watch the show yesterday when a production was streamed to support the Actors Fund and HIAS. The production took place over Zoom, I'm guessing, which actually worked very well. It was so nice to be able to see the actors' facial expressions up close and not have to squint like you would in the usual theater setting. I also enjoyed that the virtual production included pictures from the show when it was in person, because it gave me a sense of how the scene was staged and where the actors were standing, and so on. A Letter to Harvey Milk was shown at Theatre Rose Acorn Theatre on March 6, 2018, where it ran until June 30th the same year. I think it's really too bad that more people didn't get to see this beautiful and heartwarming show. I hope more people, like myself, were able to view the show virtually during the benefit event. It's so nice to be able to watch theater during this time, even if it is performed virtually. Okay, I'll stop talking now. Thank you for listening and see you next time. But for now, keep watching things. Take care and stay safe.